People don't like us. They're, oh, I hate the police. People call us to fix their problems. And at the end of the day, whether you're a mechanic or you're a teacher or you're a waiter or you're a cook, you want to go home at the end of your shift. Sometimes 3 or 4 cops will show up on a call. And the person that, the call's about doesn't understand why we're all there. But the reason we're all there is because we want to make sure all of us go home. We're just there because we want to make sure that the other person's okay.
2416 in the county, I'm clear. Can you start me your radar?
And we all have families. We all, it's like we're just like other people. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to be the oppressor. People don't like to be oppressed, kind of thing. And every single person you pull over, according to them, does not commit the violation you're pulling them over for, ever. Although the person that says, yes, I'm sorry, that light was red, that's the person I cut a brake to. There's humbling things, having somebody die. There's so many. I got a call once because the baby wouldn't stop crying, and I went to the house and took the baby from the mother, and the baby fell asleep while I was holding it.
County 221.
There's a lot of stuff that happens. I mean, working at night, it's interesting because like you said, deal with the bars, you get robberies, strong arm robberies. You have to go hands on. Sometimes you get into fights. Deal more with gangs and stuff. During the day is a lot of interesting medical calls. But you never know. You never know what you're walking into. That's the most interesting part of this job. I could turn around this corner and there could be somebody getting into a fight right now. You have to jump in and take care of it. You have missing persons. You have anything at all. It could be as boring as somebody illegally parked to doing CPR on somebody, or somebody who's been stabbed or something like that. For most people, they go to work, they come home at 5 o'clock, and that's it. I say goodbye to my wife in the morning. Something could happen, and that might be the last one. So you always have that in the back of your head. My very first night on the job, we got into a vehicle pursuit and had to go out on the train tracks and find the guy. My first guy ever handcuffed, like right out the gate, like that. My 4th night on the job, we went to a stabbing call, and the guy still had the knife in his hand, and I had to pull my gun out, and then, he came about that close from getting shot. I've only been in 4, real vehicle pursuits where you're really chasing after the guy. You don't get them often, but myself, I've been in 4. This department's probably had, in the past 5 years, maybe 15. I moved here a year before I about 2 years before I became a cop. I own my own business, and I had the opportunity to go into the police academy. I put myself through the police academy, so I had the opportunity, so I took it, and then I got hired by Morristown. You always listen to your radio, because I want to know where all my people are, so that way, if something happens, and they just call out, I need help, or I need backup, I know where they are, you can go. So our response time for backup is less than 30 seconds.
Rabbit, skunk in our front yard.
One of their officers saw 2 kids just acting inappropriately, acting disorderly, and then he said maybe they were like kicking some cars around the green. So right now we're just identifying, making sure they don't have any warrants, just seeing who they are, getting their side of the story. Contrary to what people think, we do enjoy helping people. There's a lot of job satisfaction. Not everything or every part of this job has to do with pulling people over, giving people tickets, or getting into fights. A lot of it really has to do with just, assisting people, in need.
3-8, you want me to close 22-137, guys? 10-4, thank you. 159, guys. 22-130 is clear. You'll be calling your back around 4 o'clock, sir. Flatten the street, follow up, leading the steps of the first from Science Church, street from Tiffany, from Morris. 169. 24-165,
As long as 7 people start the shift and all 7 people go home at the end of the night, it's a perfect shift.